Were you guys clueless over there?
Nah, just the only.
We're not in the right place. We
Just
didn't
the
look
only
like we
white
belonged
guys,
where
yeah.
we were. Remember when I boxed that dude up there?
Yeah.
God, I had to have a
concussion after that.
All right, we ready. All right, let's go.
What's up, everybody? I'm
Hi.
Adam Calhoun.
I'm Chuck.
That is Chuck.
I'm Mesus.
That's who I call Chuck.
And yeah.
And some of you, probably most of you at home don't know this. We've known each other since we were teenagers, and we grew up with the same people. And I grew up in one neighborhood away from him. And I don't know when you started listening to rap, but I started listening to rap fucking
Yesterday.
I just started yesterday too. My favorite rapper is Lil
Uzi Vert.
Lil Flippy Flop.
Little flippy dude. Flippy
Something with little in it.
Yeah.
Little young.
Little duty butt. The first, so basically, we're just gonna tell this short story as fast as we can and get through it for you guys. I don't think a lot of people know that me and Chuck, Mesus, grew up together.
Mesus.
And I can't call him Mesus. I just can't because I've known him for so long, and I've only called him through all his different rap names he's had. I've only called him the same name for as long as I've known him, and he's always called me Dickhead. So,
Facts.
The rap shit. If people would like to know, like, here, I'll let you take it away. How did we start rapping together?
Oh, fuck. I was at a fucking we both were, but we were playing basketball at a open gym at the high school. No, Lincoln Way.
Oh, really?
At the field house. And
at that time, what was your rap names? At that time.
At that time, I had changed my name to Absolute. By that point, I was going by Absolute. He was Mass Confusion.
Yeah, that's the only rap name I ever had.
Yeah.
It's just that and my Adam Calhoun. That's it.
So yeah, just a mutual friend, Jeff. He introduced. He said, "Hey, this guy, I want you to." He raps too, and I went over to court, and that's when we met. And then I don't know if we exchanged numbers. I think that's what we did. And then eventually, I went over to his house. He had a karaoke machine, and we ended up recording the first song at his house. I don't even fucking remember what it was. I still have the tapes though, but he said you did on the Wilson.
Really?
Phillips.
So.
Oh, we gotta get.
You still have the tapes?
Oh yeah.
Fucking throw them away.
Nope.
Or sell them.
Yeah.
For like
eBay.
$1.
Yeah.
Buy
a house in Gary for $1.
I had a karaoke machine. It was my mom's karaoke machine, and it had 2 tape players in it. And I don't know how many people are old enough to remember when you could put tape, like actual tape over a tape cassette, and you could record over it. So we had one tape that was instrumentals. We put that in, and we had my mom's Wilson and Phillips tape with tape over it, and put that in, and then you hit play on the instrumental and record on the Wilson and Phillips tape, and we would rap. We would rap our verses. If we had, I never have my shit memorized, so I'm always with paper in my hand, and we would flip the mic back and forth, and that's how we recorded a few songs. And then the first time,
I'm thinking because
yeah,
you're like, like hand on the mic, they're like,
like just a picture of that in our garage, in my garage, with my mom's cassette tape in her karaoke machine. This is like 1999, 2000.
Yeah.
And
you made your first demo?
Nah, it wasn't. I don't know if it was a demo. It was a few songs,
around,
like verses and shit. Yeah, freestyling too. So it was like, it went from that to I got a job at Menards in Joliet. And if anyone knows about Joliet has had the first and the second projects. They knocked one of them down. but I was working in Joliet with a lot of black dudes, and there was this dude named Leon Edwards, and he made beats. And I would write down what I was thinking. I would rap to him, and he'd be like,
It's alright.
"Yeah, like
It's about as much energy as you get out there.
yeah, like it was." He was like, "He's like, why don't you come to the studio?" And I'll never forget this. The first time I ever went to the studio, I had Harley Davidson boots on, jeans, and a fucking, what is that? Like a potato sack. What are them fucking things called? Like,
oh yeah, I know what you're
I had a
talking
gray
about.
one. It was like one of
Yeah.
them sacks. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I
the
know what
fuck.
you're talking about.
And
the people who bump Grateful Dead all the time. I remember
Yeah,
they used
it's
to wear
like
those
that.
all the time. That's
So
all I know about.
I went to the studio and recorded, and I didn't know how to record. I didn't know how to rap that great on beat. Right, I was very simple, very simplistic. Where Chuck was already more advanced at that stage. And then the first time I ever really recorded, really recorded, was with me and Chuck in that studio in Joliet, up on the hill, in between the first and the second projects, with Leon and Daryl.
Mhm.
And I mean, it was like it was just a house that people slang weed out of, and other shit, and there was me and Chuck were the only white boys around, especially up there. That I mean that was a pretty
Yeah,
sketchy area.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was just like you would think. It was like in a closet with a mic hanging over the dowel rod, and like mattresses and shit, and yeah, we were
Some
trying
Egg
to,
crates. It's
some
like the egg
motherfucker
crates.
nah, like a mattress, like blankets.
Oh yeah.
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 Remember when I boxed that dude up there?
Yeah.
Fucking God, I had to have a
Concussion after that.
there was like a Golden Gloves champ, and we were up in the hill. It was a circle of like again. I'm just letting you. We're the only white dudes.
Clueless, right? Over there? Were you guys clueless over there?
Nah, just the only.
We're not in the right place.
Just
We didn't
the
look
only
like we
white
belonged
guys,
where
yeah.
we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got dudes with grills, and this is like 99, 2000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all gold teeth, and just it's me and Chuck. You know?
Joliet's kind of like almost like a southern, even though it's like Midwest. It's very like you said,
that's a
gold teeth. They're kind of
Yeah,
like a
that's a good-
southern influence. So it was like you said, it was. You got these white dudes with just.
That dude whooped on me for like a good 3 minutes until he ran out of breath, and then I started clipping him pretty
Yeah.
good.
And then when you were done, you were just like, I think he caught you with one before
Yeah, I
that you
was-
didn't even realize he caught you with, really, because
Yeah.
you just kind of kept. And then when
he
you guys
dropped me once.
then when you guys were done, I remember you kind of being like,
I gotta go to the hospital.
You're like, I don't fucking feel that good.
Yeah,
bro.
it was fucked up.
And I was like,
I was concussed.
I'm like,
for
well,
sure,
you got fucking hit pretty hard, bro. Like it was I remember that one. I mean, y'all both threw some fucking heaters.
But we went from like that. It was like levels, and we did it together.
Yeah.
We went from that to recording with Big O in like Dalton
Yeah.
and Orlando. Shout out to Orlando.